Hey Python enthusiasts! Welcome back to the 100 Days of Python series. Today is day 34, and we're continuing our journey into web development with Flask. In this video, we'll cover working with databases in Flask, user authentication and authorization, and deploying a Flask app to a hosting provider. Let's dive in. Databases are crucial for most web applications. Today, we'll learn how to integrate a database with Flask using SQLAlchemy, a powerful ORM for SQL databases. First, ensure you have Flask-SQLAlchemy installed. You can install it using pip. Next, create a new file called app.py. Open app.py in your text editor and add the following code. This code sets up a basic Flask application with an SQLite database using SQLAlchemy. We define a user model with ID, username, and email fields. To create the database, open a Python shell and run the following commands. Now, let's add user authentication and authorization to our Flask app. We'll use Flask-Login for this purpose. First, install Flask-Login. Next, update app.py to include user login functionality. This code adds login, logout, and account routes to our Flask app. It uses Flask-Login to manage user sessions and Flask-SQLAlchemy to handle database interactions. Create a new template file called login.html in the templates folder. Now, run your Flask application, navigate to http://127.0.0.1:5000 login, and you should see the login form. You can now test logging in and accessing the account page. Finally, let's deploy our Flask app to a hosting provider. We'll use Heroku for this example. First, make sure you have the Heroku CLI installed. You can download it from the Heroku website. Then, log into your Heroku account. Next, create a proc file in the root directory of your project with the following content. This tells Heroku to use Gunicorn to run our Flask app. Install Gunicorn if you haven't already. Create a requirements.txt file to list all the dependencies. Now, create a new Heroku app and push your code to Heroku. After the deployment is complete, open your app in the browser. And that's a wrap for day 34 of our 100 Days of Python series. Today, we integrated a database with Flask, implemented user authentication and authorization, and deployed our app to Heroku. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more awesome Python content. See you tomorrow for day 35. Keep coding and happy learning.